everyone. This video is presented by Navyasri, Pranati, and Jessica under the guidance of Dr. M. Prasad, Associate Professor, Department of CSC, Sri Vishnu Engineering College for Women, Bhimavaram. In this video, we are going to discuss about nested list, cloning and looping of lists, list comprehension. Let's discuss about nested list. What is a nested list? A nested list in Python is a list that contains one or more sublists within itself. Each sublist can have items of different data types such as numbers, strings, booleans, or even other lists as shown in a figure. Nested lists are useful for representing complex data structures such as matrices, graphs, or trees. Let's see the uses of nested lists. Nested lists can be used to store and organize data in a structured manner. This can be useful for tasks such as database management, data manipulation, and data analysis. Nested list can be used to represent tree and graph structures. Each element in the list can have its own sublist representing its children or connected nodes. This allows for easy traversal and manipulation of tree and graph data structures. How to create a nested list? To create a nested list in Python, you can simply use square brackets to enclose the sublist and separate them with commas. Let's see the given below example. Nested list is equal to list of sublist 1, 2, 3, comma sublist of A, comma B, comma C, comma sublist of true, comma false, comma true. The syntax for the nested list is equal to list of sublist element 1, 1, comma element 1, 2, sublist of element 2, 1, comma element 2, 2, and so on. A program for accessing elements in a nested list. Let's take nested list is equal to list of sublist 1, 2, 3, comma sublist A, B, C, and sublist true, false, true. For accessing all the elements in the nested list, we simply print the nested list, which prints the nested list. By printing nested list of 0, we can access the elements of first sublist. By printing nested list of 0, 1, we can access the second element in the first sublist of a nested list. Methods used on nested lists. We can also use various methods and functions to manipulate nested lists such as append, insert, remove, pop, sort, reverse, count, index, extend methods, etc. These methods and functions work similarly as they do for regular lists, except that you need to specify the sublist you want to apply. Let's see a program for various methods applied on a nested list. First one is append method. Append, which means adding an element at the end. Take a nested list is equal to list of 1, comma, sublist 2, comma 3, comma 5, comma 6. Nested list of 1 dot append 4, which adds 4 to the sublist. By printing the nested list, we can see that 4 is added to the sublist. Second method, remove method, which removes the element from the sublist of a nested list. Nested list of 1 dot remove. By printing the nested list, we can see that 2 is removed from the second sublist. The third method is reverse method, which reverses the elements in the sublist of a nested list. Nested list of 1 dot reverse. Printing of the nested list, we can see that the second sublist is reversed.
Let's discuss about cloning of lists in Python. Cloning of list in Python refers to creating a copy of an existing list. When you clone a list, you create a new list object that contains the same elements as the original list, but they are stored in different memory location. This means that any modification made to the cloned list will not affect the original list, and also any modification made to the original list will also not affect the clone list. How to clone a list? We can clone a list using 4 different ways. The first one is using slicing operator. The second one is using list constructor. The third one is copy function in copy module, and the other one is take copy function in the copy module. Let's see syntaxes for the above 4 different ways. For the first one, let's take original list is equals to list of 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. In slice operator, colon is used. Clone list is equals to original list of colon. For the second one, here we use list method or list constructor. Clone list is equals to list of original list. For the third way, we import copy module in which copy method is available. The syntax is clone list is equals to copy of original list. For the fourth way, same here also we import copy module to use deep copy function. Let's see the syntax for the deep copy function. Clone list is equals to copy.deep copy of original list. All these methods create a new list within the same elements as the original list. However, we should be cautious when working with nested list as a shallow copy may still have references to the same object. So the better reference is to use a deep copy function from the copy module to ensure a completely independent copy. Let's take a look at the program for cloning of list. First of all, take original list is equals to list of 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the first method. Clone list 1 is equals to original list of colon. This is the cloning of list using slicing operator as shown in the above figure. When we print the cloning list, it gives the same original list. Now let's see the second method. Clone list 2 is equals to list of original list. Here list method is used. When we print the clone list, it gives the same original list. Let's go to the third method. Now let's import copy module and use copy function. Clone list 3 is equals to copy of original list. When we print clone list, it gives the same original list. Now as like the copy function, import copy module and use deep copy function. Clone list 4 is equals to copy.dcopy of original list. When we print the clone list 4, new copy of the original list will be generated.
Let's know the differences between cloning and aliasing of a list. Cloning of a list. Cloning means creating a new list with the same elements as an existing list. Aliasing of a list. Aliasing means creating a new reference to an existing list. In cloning of a list, when changes are made to the cloned list, it does not affect the original list. In aliasing, when changes are made to one variable, it also affects the other variables pointing to the same list. Cloning requires allocation of new memory to store the cloned list, whereas aliasing does not require allocation of new memory.
Let's see looping of lists in Python. A loop is a sequence of instructions that is continuously repeated until a certain condition is reached. Looping over a list in Python refers to the process of iterating through each element of a list to perform some operation or access its values. There are several ways to achieve this in Python. In Python, we can loop over list elements with for and while statements and also list comprehensions. The first way is looping a list using for loop. The syntax is for I semicolon. Here I is called caching variable. Now let's look into the program. The program here we used is printing the elements of the list. Let's take my list is equals to list of 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. At first, item will be assigned to 0 index of my list and then it will be printed and this loop will be iterated until last index of my list and the output will become 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. The second way is looping a list using while loop. The syntax is while condition colon. When the condition satisfies, the loop will be executed. After every iteration, the condition will be checked. If the condition is true, then again the loop will be executed. Now let's take a look into the program. Take my list is equals to list of 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Here, the length of my list is 5. So here, until I is less than 5, the loop will be iterated. Now we took I as 0 and it prints my list of I after every iteration. At last, the output will be 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now let's see looping of list using list comprehension. Take my list is equals to list of 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Let new list is equals to list of item for item in my list. Here for loop will be executed and item will be assigned with my list of I at every iteration and it will be stored in a form of list. At last when we print new list, we will get list of 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5.
List comprehension. List comprehension is a concise and powerful way to create lists in Python. It provides a compact syntax to generate a new list by applying an expression to each element from an existing iterable, such as a list, tuple, or string, while optionally filtering the elements based on specific conditions. Let's see syntax to create a list comprehension. The general syntax of a list comprehension is as follows. New list equals to list of expression for item in iterable if condition. Here's breakdown of the different components. Expression. This is the expression or operation that will be applied to each item in the iterable. It defines how the new list will be constructed. Item. This represents the individual element in the iterable that will be processed by the expression. Iterable. It is the existing iterable object, example list, tuple, string, from which the elements will be extracted for processing. If condition. This part is used to include an optional condition or filter. Only the elements that satisfy the condition will be included in the new list. Let's see a program on list comprehension. The program we took is printing of prime numbers in a given range using list comprehension. First take numbers equals to range of 1, 20. Here prime numbers is list of num for num in numbers and the if condition is if all num percentage I not equals to 0 for I in range 2, num. Then we will print prime numbers list. The output will be the list which contains prime numbers in range 1, 20. Uses of list comprehension. List comprehension is one of the most remarkable features of Python that enables writing clear and concise codes. Some of its significant benefits are facilities writing the code in fewer lines, allows writing codes that are easier to understand and that adhere to Python guidelines, converts iterable into a formula, filters and maps the items in a list to boost code performance. Thank you.